Our humanoid for the home.
Ain't no sunshine.
One times technology just invented a robot. Would you allow a robot in your house? Guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we are talking about this trending human robot from tech company called 1S Technology. Their robot called Neo has been going viral online after videos surfaced showing the robots doing house chores like cleaning, arranging things, arranging objects, and assisting people doing their house inside. And trust the internet users. Once this video dropped online, especially blogs like Shade Room reposted it, the comment section became a comedy club. People started asking, can you help me to go to work? Can you wash my clothes? Can you cook jollof rice? Can you help me answer my village people? Honestly, the internet never disappoints. But apart from the jokes and funny comments, this thing is actually raising a serious conversation about the future of artificial intelligence. Jobs, human relationships, and technology are actually at risk, because imagine waking up in the morning and instead of your younger brother helping you to sweep the compound, it is a robot. Imagine setting a robot to buy something for you. Imagine robots working in hotels. Imagine robots replacing cleaners. Imagine robots becoming housemates. The future may actually be closer than we think. So in today's video, we are going to be breaking everything down and react to some hilarious comments from social media, and also ask ourselves one important question: would you allow a human robot inside your house? Now, when I first saw this video, I won't lie, I was both impressed and scared, because this thing works like a human, it moves like a human, it responds to instructions, and it can perform simple house activities. We are not talking about those small robots that only vacuum floors, no. This one actually literally looks like a person, and according to reports, the company wants these robots to eventually help people with chores like cleaning, organizing items, carrying things, and assisting around the house. Now imagine African mothers. African mothers can turn anything into work immediately. The moment that robot enters a Nigerian home, the robot will not rest. Things like, new, wash the plates, new, sweep outside, new, go and buy pepper, new, why are you standing there? In fact, the robot will regret coming to Africa. Let's look at some of the funny comments in the comment section. I just want to know, if you can take his clothes off and wash them, does he come with separate outfits? Another person said, I think having a robot right now will be the least of our problems. Send it. Somebody said, can they babysit? Another person said, if it damages anything or hurts someone else, can we file a lawsuit against you guys? Another person said, I am getting me 2 of them. I am tired. Another person said, why are we spending millions of dollars to take away jobs from the lower class? Another person said, and when these lights turn red, don't call Will Smith. So this is a mark of the beast that God was talking about in the book of Revelation. Another person said, go get me $1 million today or never come back. Don't be a disgrace to this family. Dr. Collins said, boom, one day your neighbor's dog mysteriously disappears. Now the robot standing in the corner talking about tasks completed. Another person said, have we learned nothing from Black Mirror or Detroit's Become Human? Somebody else said, we really are at this place of life already. I just knew we had some more years left. SMH. Another person said, why are humans so lazy that they think replacing themselves with robots is a good idea? Somebody said, absolutely the fuck not. Another person said, convenience will be the death of humanity. You all didn't put this budget to, I don't know, end world hunger, cure cancer. Somebody else said, we all seen iRobots. We all know how this should end. No, thank you. Don't buy this shit, you all. You hire a real maid. Yeah. Another person said, nope. Keep this far away. And if you got one in your house, I'm not coming. Somebody else said, meanwhile, China and Russia are curing cancer. US is trying to find ways not to need us. Another person said, I just couldn't imagine being sleeping, then waking up looking at a robot in my room cleaning. Said we are living in an episode of Black Mirror. Somebody else said until they stand at your door, until they stand at your front door and ask you where the fuck do you think you're going. Another funny thing people started discussing was relationships. Some people were joking that soon men would buy robots instead of getting married. Others said women might just use robots that never complain. And that conversation alone opened another big debate online because technology is advancing so fast that people are now beginning to wonder whether humans may eventually become emotionally attached to AI. That sounds crazy right now, but remember, years ago, people actually thought talking to phones was impossible. Now, people literally have conversations with AI every day. Now, the question is, should we be excited or worried? Let's talk seriously for a moment. Technology like this is both exciting and scary at the same time. On one side, human robots could genuinely help people here. For example, elderly people who cannot move properly can get assistance. Busy workers could save time. People with disabilities can receive support. Hospitals and workplaces can become more efficient. That part is amazing. But then there is the other side. What happens to jobs? If robots eventually start cleaning hotels, working in restaurants, carrying items in warehouses, or assisting in offices, what happens to workers? That's the question many people are asking, and honestly, it is a valid concern because every major technological advancement changes the job market. When ATMs came, bank jobs changed. When social media came, traditional media changed. When AI came, content creation changed. Now, human robots may completely change physical labor. And whether you like it or not, the world is moving in that direction. The crazy part is that these robots are becoming smarter every year. Robots even say companies are trying to make these robots learn tasks more naturally over time. So this is probably only the beginning. Now, coming to the Nigerian perspective, now let's bring the conversation home to Nigeria because honestly, I don't even know if Nigeria is ready for this level of technology. First of all, there is fuel scarcity alone that will frustrate the robots. Second, internet problems. Third, the electricity. Fourth, Nigerian themselves. Because tell me why somebody online already said if this robot enters Lagos, downfall drivers will still insult it. Another person said, area boys will collect the robot's phone. I cannot deal with this internet because on a serious note, Nigerians are very, very creative people. If human robots ever become affordable, trust Nigerians to find ways to use them for business. Yeah. Somebody will open a robot car wash. Somebody will rent robots for events. Somebody will use robots for content creation. Somebody will use robots to market products online. In fact, influencers will definitely start making relationship skits with AI robots. You already know it. One thing I noticed while reading the comments is that people are both fascinated and uncomfortable. Some people think it is amazing, some think it's creepy, and honestly, I understand both sides because one thing, when something starts looking like too human, it becomes unsettling, especially when it moves naturally. You start asking yourself, what if this thing starts thinking for itself? Now, obviously, we are not in the movie territory yet. These robots are still controlled systems built by humans, but the speed of AI development is what surprises people. Every year, technology becomes more advanced, and before you know it, things that looks impossible suddenly become normal. Remember when people laughed at self-driving cars? Now companies are seriously investing in them. So who knows, maybe 10 years from now, having a human robot at home might become normal. Personally, I think AI robots may be useful if they are properly controlled and used responsibly. I don't think robots will completely replace humans emotionally, but I do think that they may become major assistants in everyday life. Would I allow one in my house? Honestly, maybe, but not one that stands beside my bed at night. Anyway, guys, I want to hear from you. Would you allow this human robot inside your house? What would be the first thing you would ask it to do? And do you think robots like this are the future, or are we moving too fast? Don't forget to subscribe to Inside the World with B. Thank you.